Alan, thanks for taking the time to join me today.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
So AI has taken the world by storm over the last 18 to 24 months. I'd love to hear your take on some of the trends you're seeing in the marketplace and maybe a thought or two on some opportunities or challenges it's creating for your clients.
Yeah. What I would say is that a lot of our clients have been hesitant or early days to embrace AI, but we're seeing more and more traction as we go here. And I think what's one of the most interesting things for me is that as I see the customers adapting or not adapting, and I listen to Charles Lamont about the different maturity levels that are happening sort of concurrently, whether the customers are embracing it or they're not embracing it, it continues to happen. So what's interesting is even the ones that are not early adopters, when they do decide to click on the Copilot, they get everything. They get the second level of maturity or the third level of maturity. It's not like years ago with computers where if you didn't learn to type, you literally missed out on the entire opportunity.
Yeah.
Here, when you engage, you get everything that has been built. And I think it's amazing. It's amazing for our customers, amazing opportunity.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And to that end, can you share a little bit about how HSO or some of the best practices that HSO recommends for customers to drive some of that adoption?
Yeah, we've actually leveraged the AI design wins that Microsoft has created as sort of a guiding principle for what makes some great solutions. Mm-hmm. So I'll talk about three of our clients, or really categories of clients in different industries. The first one is a major golf company. They own a lot of golf courses. They own a lot of golf properties. They manage golf properties for other companies. And maybe there's like 825 of them.
Wow.
And they're not all in the same system. Of course, we're moving them to D365 as much as possible. But in the interim, we have built an agent that goes out and sources the data and compiles it, uses logic to consolidate it and give data back to these clients. And it's been, just an amazing savings for them. That used to be a manual process. Another example is a major law firm that goes out and we query a bunch of unstructured data that is in claim systems looking for certain medical terms, and then accumulate those back into a more structured database that they then use to identify candidates for a class action suits. And this was such a manual process previously. You literally had people reading through claim after claim after claim, looking for these medical terms. It took months and months and months to get through it. And now it takes place in a matter of hours.
Massive time and money savings.
The third one that I would mention is a asset management firm that works with mutual funds, and they were experiencing a lot of churn. And so we've helped them to predict churn, and it's really reduced, helped them to retain customers.
That's fantastic. So it's interesting hearing all the variety of use cases across industries. One of the questions I get from customers all the time is, where should they get started? And are there any use cases that you're seeing really drive a disproportionate amount of value that you might recommend as a place to get started?
Yeah, for us, our ProServe industry is actually our biggest industry in the United States. And so we've done some very interesting stuff there that we're offering to multiple customers. It's a system that looks into contracts. So these professional services firms have written contracts over years, mm-hmm. and they have a repository of these contracts, and they've never really gone back into them. And in a lot of cases, there are escalation clauses in the contract so they could increase the prices that they have. But who has the time to do that? So we've actually created an agent that goes out into that unstructured data, brings it back into a structured data, compares it to structured data in our billing system, D365, mm-hmm. and then sends an email to the project managers. Hey, these are the contracts and the clients where you can raise your prices. And that's been a huge saving to our customers.
Yeah, that's fascinating. So both, there's probably a generic entitlement use case there to go back through the contracts and understand who's above or below their different entitlements and revenue opportunity. That's fascinating. One last question for you. You've been a partner of Microsoft for a long time. In your opinion, what really sets Microsoft and the AI leadership apart from the rest of the market?
Yeah, so this is the easiest question for me. We're a legacy BizApps partner. And so we do everything now Microsoft across the stack, but the majority of our customers and our prospects are in biz apps. So for years, I've been telling customers, hey, don't make a decision based on feature functionality. Make a decision based on who Microsoft is, the platform that they offer, because over time, as technology shifts, you want to be with a company that is keeping up with those shifts. Well, here we are in the middle of one of those shifts, right? All eyes are on artificial intelligence, and it proves the point that I've been saying for all these years. So absolute no-brainer for us.
Yeah, right on. Well, it certainly is exciting times, and I appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk to me today. Thank you, Alan.
Very good.